Should you sell all your Ethereum for Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin going to beat Ethereum forever? Is Ethereum dead? Well, a lot of people say yes. Ether dramatically underperforming Bitcoin as the case for it weakens. Also, Bitcoin outperforming Ethereum by 44% since the merge. And can Ethereum regain momentum and outperform Bitcoin in 2024? Well, folks, I have a bold price prediction for Ethereum and where I think Ethereum is going to go in 2025. But let's look about, why is Bitcoin outperforming Ethereum? Well, a main reason is going to be supply issues. Ether supply has been growing consistently since the Denkun upgrade. Also, at the same time, Bitcoin just completed its fourth halving event, meaning Bitcoin block rewards are cut in half. So while Bitcoin becomes more disinflationary, ETH is becoming more inflationary. And here I pulled up the stats. This is ultrasound.money, and this will show you all the Ethereum issuance that's happening on the network. And if you click on the panda bear over here, it tells you since the merge, which is almost 2 years ago, ETH has actually reduced supply. It's down 0.08%. But since the latest upgrade, since the Denkun upgrade, well, ETH has been inflationary. Here we're just looking at the last 30 days. ETH has been issuing almost 1 million Ether every single year. Ethereum is the network, Ether is the coin, and supply growth is, almost a 1% inflation rate here. So while they are burning some ETH, they're issuing more ETH than is what is being burned. But can it regain its momentum? And what is my price prediction here? Well, can it regain? Well, it has in the past. It typically does outperform Bitcoin in terms of price performance, especially when you look since inception, especially the halving years, and especially the bull market periods. However, it is underperformed since the bear market of 2018, 2019, and the lull in 22 and 23. 2024, this halving year, for the first time, it is considerably trailing behind Bitcoin. It's been underperforming for the past 3 years.
Hey guys, quick shout out to today's sponsor, DeFi Tech. If you're into decentralized finance or just exploring the crypto space, DeFi Tech is leading the way in making DeFi more accessible and innovative. I've been told they've already generated $93 million. They're also doing something rare, a stock buyback program that shows real confidence in their future growth. And it doesn't stop there, as they're offering products like their yield-bearing Bitcoin ETP with a 5.65% yield. Perfect for investors looking to secure their way into the crypto world. So make sure you guys go check them out and see how DeFi Tech is transforming decentralized finance. And big shout out to DeFi Tech for sponsoring today's video.
Now, you may be asking yourself, why is this happening? I would say a main driver is going to be the ETH ETFs. We have huge negative ETF outflow. So the ETFs have just been dumping this Ethereum product. Now, they started with Grayscale. Grayscale in 2021 introduced future-based ETF products for Ethereum, but then they switched to spot. And then Grayscale has just been dumping this entire time. I went and I looked at the stats here. Total net flows are actually negative. So since the Ethereum ETF launched about a month ago, we are down $500 million. So, for every dollar coming in, there's a lot more leaving the ecosystem. And like I said, Grayscale is the main culprit here. Grayscale, you can see they have had outflows of $2.6 billion, and they still have $4 billion worth to sell. So while you have BlackRock right here, they've pulled in $1 billion into their Ethereum ETFs. Grayscale's selling has more than offset that. Now, the light at the end of the tunnel is they are down to $4 billion. I think they will find a floor, and eventually we will return to net buying. We're just not there yet. Now, this article found something very bullish that I have to show you here. In previous halving years, the ratio breaks down a support line around September to December, only to then begin the uptrend in the first quarter of the following bull market year. Well, we're in September right now. We're about to enter the bull market year. And so let's go into the charts and look at what we're analyzing here. Now, these periods right here are the halving years, and lo and behold, you can see the support and then you see a breakdown. You can see the support, then you see a breakdown, and right now we have just lost support. But what happens immediately afterwards is you get a huge pump to the upside. So you can see the big pump there, big pump here. Are we going to get another pump? I do think we are going to get another pump. Now, this is the ETH Bitcoin ratio that we're looking at, and we're looking at the 2-day chart. Now, the numbers you're seeing on the right is the value of 1 ETH compared to a Bitcoin. So right now, 1 ETH is only about 4% of a Bitcoin. But last bull market top, we went around 9%, getting really, really close, but really finding a strong resistance around 8%. Now, the previous bull cycle, 15%. probably will never hit those again. My prediction for this cycle, I think we come back to 8%. Now, you can see we started a higher floor each cycle, but also each cycle, the pump is also diminished. So this time, we're starting the springboard a lot higher than last time, but I still think, we maybe top out around this 8%. But I found something else that was bullish in the charts, everyone. Now you're gonna notice the DZ patented bull div. This is a lower low on the price, while the relative strength index created a higher low. And you can see it again right here, a lower low on the price, higher low. Well, this is what got me interested. This piqued my curiosity. From the bottom, we found the actual bottom about 273 days later. Well, let's fast forward to this bull div. Now, if we go from the bottom and then we measure. Now, if we go from the bottom and measure, right now we are only about 246 days. So we still have maybe about a month before the market would typically start a springboard action. So I do think we're due for some bullish periods in the next month or two, or if not Q4, Q1. Now, if we look here, this is a log chart. This is Ethereum's price here against the US dollar. And this trend, this is all the way back to 2020. And you can see we bounced strongly off June, July 22, and then just been kind of bouncing along this trend line. And so this has been a pretty strong trend line that we've been respecting. But let me give you a little warning here, and then I'm going to give you my price prediction. If we go to the regular chart, remember, this is a log chart, meaning it kind of grows exponentially on the right side, whereas a regular chart just kind of grows systematically here. On the regular chart, we still haven't found the bottom. In fact, there is more downside to be had. And if we measure it, we are looking at a potential 10 to 15% drawdown. If you're wondering what is the dollar amount, we're looking right above $2,000. So maybe 2,005, 2,050. Now, I said we're going to be going around 8% for the ETH Bitcoin trading pair. So 8% is going to be the important number. If we zoom in on the charts, you can see, it's been pretty strong resistance in the past, and I can see it, playing out again. So 8%, that's what we're going to value our Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And so if we go, I put on my accountant hat again, folks. Let's go ahead and do some math. So right now, Bitcoin's price around 55,000, ETH's price around 2,300. I do think Bitcoin can 3x this cycle. I think that's actually kind of conservative, potential 4x, but I could definitely see Bitcoin hitting around $165,000. If ETH were to triple, well, you're looking at $6,900 ETH. But I don't think it's that simple, because remember, I said one ETH is going to equal about 8% of a Bitcoin. And if we look right now, one ETH is only about 4% of a Bitcoin. So that's going to be important for the math. And so we're going to find out the price here. So if ETH can hit 8% of $165,000, folks, we are now looking at, drumroll please, $13,200 Ethereum. Now, I do think there's going to be something to be said about the psychological level of $10,000. A lot of selling pressure is going to happen. It's going to need a very bullish environment to exceed 10K, but I do think ETH is going to overperform Bitcoin over the next 12 months. I think it's going to be a very bullish Q1 2025. You heard it here first. All the stars are starting to line up. All the charts are starting to line up. The only question is, will this ETH profit start lining up? And hopefully I'll see you and your ETH bags at the top.